Alright guys, this is a good one. This is a story with my horrible drawings as an animation video type thing. So a little backstory on this story. In my middle school, there wasn't 3 6th grade classes, 3 7th grade classes, and 8th grade classes, like doing everything separately. Yeah, this sounds a bit confusing. How it worked was like this. One 6th grade class and one 7th grade class and one 8th grade class were all like put together. So for things like recess, etc., and we would call that a cohort. So being quote quote together like this, an 8th grade class would have to like bond with all the other classes, and same thing for the other ones. So once you're in 6th grade, you have the same teachers for 3 years, and we were given a different homeroom teacher each year, and that's the only thing that really made it different. But either way, we had them for each subject each year. So by the time my class is in 8th grade, we'd basically given up on caring. There was basically just this one teacher out of all our teachers that took 8th grade a little too seriously for what it truly was in our perspectives, and they knew it. Let's call her Miss Vega. Alright, by the end of the first semester, we were completely done with her serious attitude, and she was taking things way too seriously for what we were doing in that year. So, basically, we did anything we can get away with, not caring at all. During the school year, there was only one thing that concerned us in her class, and that one thing was her dreaded weekly vocabulary test. I was actually pretty good at this and doing these tests. But in Miss Vega's class, I had sat in the same table as my friend. His name's Sam. We'll call him Sam. Sam is one of my best friends, but Sam is not an easy learner, so I'm calling him. Just kidding. Alright, anyways, by the 4th week, we had already set up a mutual conversation of cheating tactics. We had this down, like some James Bond type of down, like some current Mandarin grade in my high school type of down, you know what I mean, dog. Alright, but anyways, it was, how it had worked was, since we were near her desk, she wasn't concerned first. Right? Yeah, that sounds stupid, but that's how it worked. So she basically sat across the room every time we took a test, so she just completely ignored us. But this is probably going through your head right now, and you're just like, what teacher in the world ever does that? Like, usually they just sit down, they're too lazy to move. But no, she decided to move across the room. So that's how it actually worked. RIP. Furthermore, me and Sam had basically cheated like this. I finished the test as fast as possible using post-it notes in my pockets, and me being the doodler I drew all over my papers. So if you needed an answer, I would just flip to the page, tap the desk, yawn, cough, and just push the paper, like acting as if I was just drawing and being different. So basically, in some occasion where she suspected us cheating, I would start to use hand gestures because she would be way too close for us to do anything else. Hand gestures, tapping, or different type of stupid ways that didn't really make sense to anyone else but us because we would talk about it. With 4 other kids in the hallways before class, we'd always do like these whole little like group discussions on how we would like figure out how to do these little secret codes as if we were like doing some Rosetta Stone type of stuff in the hallway, and then we'd always like go into the class being nonchalant, but we already had like a whole freaking playbook set up in our minds. One question you're probably thinking about in your head is, did we ever get caught at all? No, me and Sam did not get caught at all. But Sam would take a B or a C to make it seem more normal, because we kind of knew Sam was not the greatest of student. What? So this is what kind of like made us look normal, but we did get a class-wide seat change, so everyone got moved. And at first, when she was introducing this as, she was like, some kids were cheating off each other, and this is the reason of your seat changes. And then she was like looking our direction-ish because she was in the front. But then we later found out that it was because of some other kids who were just being really bad with this. And it was basically 2 kids being in the same table and 2 kids being in another table, but they were like in the next tables to each other, so it was like she could tell it was like all set up. But We all found this out according to our one teacher's pet friend, and that was basically it. We had an A. I had an A in that class for the whole year and stayed at a high because of the post-it note strategy. And Sam got to walk the stage easily for that class. But then we got to the end of the year project, which almost held half of our class back. But that's for another video. Thanks for watching and listening. This might have been like a horrible animation. I don't know until I edit this. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.